Hello friends, schoolsteps.in welcomes you again. In this tutorial, we'll discuss about the custom list view. Let's proceed. Friends, before starting the tutorial on custom list view, I would strongly recommend you to go through the simple list view tutorial. Let's proceed. Copy the simple list view project and paste it here. Let's give it the name of custom list view. Expand the project. Go to res folder, go to values folder and open strings.xml. Go to the source of strings.xml and right here for the string app underscore name, change the simple list view to custom list view. If you do not change this name, it will keep pointing to the older project. Save it and close it. Under the custom list view, expand source and expand package. Open main activity.java. In the similar way, expand layout and open activity main.xml. Go to main activity.java. Right here, step number 1 will remain same, where we are creating the object of the list view. Step number 2 will also remain same, where we are creating one array list. In the step number 3, if you remember, we are creating the object of array adapter, and in the second parameter, which is resources, we are passing one inbuilt resource. This one is pointing to android.r.layout. So when we talk about layout, it means it is pointing to a layout file which is inbuilt. To customize the list view, we need to change this layout and we need to provide our own layout. Let's do that. On the left hand side, right click on the layout folder, go to new, go to other, type layout here, choose Android XML layout file, click next, give the file name as my layout and choose table layout from here. Click next and click finish. It will create one XML file for you. Go to the graphical layout of my layout.xml. Choose layouts from here and look for table row, drag it on the UI and leave it over here. Now go to the source of my layout again. You will see one entry for table row. Save it. The next thing which we need to do is to copy one PNG file. I will provide this PNG file along with the source and paste it inside the drawable HDPI folder. In the similar way, let's paste it inside the MDPI and LDPI as well. So this image is available in these three folders. Now go to the graphical layout again and choose images and media. Select image view from here and drag it to the table row. It will ask you for the resource. Type books here, select it and click OK. The icon will be placed here. Next thing you need to do is to click on the form widgets and choose one text view. Let's choose the large and place it along with the image file. Go to the source and in the source, let's delete the large text and let's leave it empty. Save it. Our custom layout is ready. Now go to the main activity.java. Right here in the step number 3, we need to place our new custom layout right here. But we cannot place it in the array adapter. We have to create our own custom adapter. So let's comment this line and let's say my adapter is equal to new my adapter, and let's pass three parameters here the same way. The first one is the context, which is this. The second one is the my layout, which we have just created. So we need to say r dot layout dot my layout, and the third parameter which we need to pass is the array list. Save it. Now we need to create my adapter. Let's create it. Our new class my adapter will extends array adapter. Right click on the package, go to new, click on class, so my adapter here, browse here and look for array adapter. Choose it, click OK. It will create one class for you, which is extending the array adapter, which should be of type string. So let's pass string here. This one is giving error because of the constructor. Here in the main activity, we have created the constructor for my adapter where we have passed 3 parameters. So here we need to create the same constructor. Left click here, choose the appropriate constructor, and the error will be gone. There are 3 parameters in this constructor. Let's implement 3 variables. Context is equal to null. In the similar way, let's implement int resource and list object. Now we need to initialize these 3 variables in the constructor. So we need to say this dot context is equal to context. And in the similar way, let's initialize resource and book list. For book list, we need to say this dot book list is equal to objects, as we are having the parameter with the name objects here. The next thing which we need to do is to override the getView method. Right click here, go to source, go to override implement methods and type getView here. Select this method, click OK. In the getView method, the first thing we need is the object of the layout inflator is equal to this object will get from context. And one thing we need to remember is we are getting the context from main activity as a parameter here, and the main activity is extending activity. So in the my adapter, when we are using the context to get the layout inflator, we need to parse it to the activity. So after parsing context to activity, we need to say dot and we'll get the method get layout inflator. And the return type of get layout inflator is layout inflator. The next thing which we need to do is using the layout inflator, we need to inflate our my layout.xml. We need to use the method inflate, use the third one. The first thing we need to pass is the resource. The second thing we need to pass is the view group, which is parent, and third thing we need to pass is false. So inflator method is doing nothing but parsing our resource, which is our mylayout.xml. If you observe, here we are parsing resource and the value of resource we are getting through the constructor, and further this value we are getting from the main activity, which is right here. And here we are passing r.layout.mylayout. That means in my adapter we are parsing the my layout right here, and parent is referring to view group, which is right here. Now we need to apply if condition around these 2 lines, which says if convert view is equal to null, then do this. This is just to make sure that we are inflating the XML file only once. Initially the value of convert view will be null, and this activity will be done only once because of the if condition. The inflate method here returns the view. So let's say convert view is equal to layout inflator. After the if condition, we need to get the object of the text view. If you remember, in the mylayout.xml we created image view and text view. So let's get the object of text view inside the my adapter. So we need to say text view is equal to, now as I always say, the method to get the view is find view by ID. Now this method will not work directly here because generally we do it in the main activity, and main activity extends the activity. Now the method find view by ID is the part of the class activity. Here in my adapter we are extending the array adapter. So to use the find view by ID method, we need to take help from the converter view. We need to say converter view dot find view by ID, and we need to pass r.id dot text view 1, which is the ID of the text view. Further we need to typecast it. In the similar way, let's get the object of image view. For the scope of current tutorial, we will keep only one image for all the books. So let's comment it for the time being, but we'll definitely use it in the next tutorial. So once we get the object of the text view, we need to set the text for the text view. So we need to set text view dot set text. Now we need to set the values of the array list to the text view. So we need to say book list, which is our array list, dot get, and we need to set the position. And the position which we are defining here, we are getting as a parameter right here. So when the get view method gets called, in the background array list is getting iterated automatically and it is giving us position here. Last but not the least, we need to return the convert view right here. So we are done with our adapter. Let's go to the main activity, and right here, rather than saying array adapter, we need to say my adapter. That is it. Let's run our program. Here is the output of our program. We have got the list of the books along with the icons. Let's quickly go to the my layout again and make some changes in the text view. Let's change the background color and the text color here. It's a background. And let's change the background color to black. 6 times 0. So text color is equal to white, which is 6 times F. Let's change the color of the table row as well. Now run the program. If you see, the entire look and feel of the output has been changed. This is because we have full control over the UI when we use the custom layout. That is it. In the next tutorial, we'll learn how to change the images corresponding to each title of the book. I would request you to please attempt the free quiz on this tutorial to test your knowledge. This quiz doesn't require any registration. You can also earn a certificate if you get 70% or more. The direct links for the code and the quiz are available in the description. Happy learning. Catch you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much.